Welcome in. If you're joining us here on YouTube, I am Charity, aka NiceComps, and I'm going to be doing a shipping video. We've got eBay, Poshmark, Depop, and Mercari today. We're going to be shipping, how to ship, where to ship, why to ship. So if you're watching this on the replay, feel free to fast forward a little bit. We're going to be welcoming in our friends from TikTok, and then we will get started. All right, here we go. So if you guys like reselling stuff or you're even minorly interested, feel free to like and subscribe if you so choose. If you like kind of weird people that wear kind of crazy clothes and a little bit of weird hair and talk about weird stuff, I'm your girl. If you're looking for normal, probably not the stream for you. All right, let's see who's going to be our first person in today. It's always exciting. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask in the chat. And if I don't catch it immediately, it's just because you guys are on the same screen as my shipping. So I will look back over when I get a chance. So Green Thrifty and Michelle Hatcher are the first people in. You guys joined at the exact same time. Welcome in, guys. Cheeto Dip is here. That sounds good. Now every time I see your name, I'm like, Cheeto Dip. Becoming Me, welcome in. A kitten, not the kitten, a kitten. Hey, Heidi, good to see you. Becoming Me, thanks for following. Hi. Guys, I've missed you. It's been a couple days. Whew, your girl got a nasty cold. Hey, user, what's going on? My voice actually sounds a little bit better. Still a little scratchy, not too bad. Hey, Tenacious. Kit Kat's Closet. I saw that you shared that video with me. Sorry, I missed it. Hey, guys. I have crazy missed you. It's been a long couple days, and I had a real bad cold. So I am happy to be back. Like I said, I'm still a little scratchy. So you got to bear with me a little bit, but I know I missed you guys too. I was thinking about all y'all yesterday, and I was going to go live yesterday, and then I ended up with a horrible, wicked, terrible headache, which happens to me sometimes after I get sick. So, ooh, look at this Vicky Goose. That was cute. So today I feel like a human again. This is my first day. You guys know how much I drink coffee. This is my first day drinking coffee in like literally days. DW, hello. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so let's get this party started. First of all, thank you for all of the awesome messages I got. I got so many nice, sweet messages that are like, are you okay? I know you had a cold. You know, did it get worse? And the answer is yes. I didn't even go garage sailing on Saturday because I had a temperature. So that just tells you how bad that cold got me. I was hoping it was just allergies, but allergies does not give you 100-degree temperature. So it definitely was not allergies. And I don't think it was COVID. I've had COVID twice. I had a couple people message me asking if they, did you have COVID or what's going on with that? No, I did not. So, yeah, it was totally different than that. It was just one of those like chesty, respiratory things. So anyways, I'm feeling much better. So thank you guys so much. Hey, God, good to see you. Yeah, no garage sales, DW. I was like, well, first of all, I've got no business going out when I'm sick, but I definitely have no business going out when I have a temperature. So I woke up Saturday morning. I was like, I'm not feeling right. Took the temp. Temp said, you ain't going nowhere. So I literally was in bed for a couple days. So yeah. So long story short, that's where I'm at. Yeah, that's the carpet spray stuff. Yeah. All right. So thanks, you guys. I really did get so many nice messages from you. I really appreciate it. Vicky, sorry, you guys. It's going to be a little bit like that. Like I said, this is my first day being a human today. It reminds me of the No Effects song. Feels like being a human. All right, let's do this. I am so ready to get back to work. I literally have been like stir crazy. So let's start with eBay. Okay, so sales have picked back up, which is great. I definitely had a slower week last week. I think it was just a mixture of how much I probably listed. My listing numbers were low, especially from being sick. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. So my listing numbers were low. And then also, I think with the PRIME days situation going on with the 2-day sale, and then also with the hurricanes and stuff that was going on down south, I ship and send a lot of stuff to like the southern areas, especially because what I'm sourcing is a lot of clothing that are good for like warm stuff, a lot of dry fit and stuff like that. So I think it was just a little bit of a mix of all that. I talked to a couple other resellers that said they had a little bit of a slow week last week too. So I think that's what was going on. Hey, Jen, good to see you. I'm really happy to see you guys. Seriously, I really did miss you all. This is no joke. My son is sick right now and I'm dreading inevitably getting it. Green Thrifty, you do not want it. Double up on the zinkies and the vitamin C's and all that good stuff because you don't want it. It's no fun. I'm feeling much better. I still sound a little funky, but I'm definitely feeling better. I mean, I was like not gonna get out of bed kind of sick. So hey Coley, happy to see you. All right, so first thing we sold here is over on eBay. We're gonna do eBay first. Obviously, I always do eBay first for fear that I've sold it somewhere else and I'm not canceling anything on eBay. So every other place gets canceled, right? So the first thing we sold here, this is a pair of 2002 Carhartts. These are the lined ones. I've had these for sale for a little while. I think they would have sold a little bit quicker, but they're a weird size. So they're a 34-30, which is, oh, of course, we're going to have a restriction always. So they're a 34-30, and I think that because of the short length, I do better with the lined stuff when it's like 34-36 or 36-34 or 36, somewhere in there. But you start getting in like the 34-30s, and they're definitely a smaller pair of pants. So I got these for $1 at a garage sale, and they sold over on eBay for $35. Now, these are definitely going to go into pirate ship. So any of my shipping I do over a pound, if you guys have ever joined me before, you'll know any of the shipping I do over a pound, I always do. Oh, thanks for we already reached our live goal. I think I even forgot to set that up. Oh my goodness. So any shipping that I do that's over a pound, I always do in pirate ship because it always saves me money. For some reason here in Texas, if I ship anything over a pound in eBay, it's always more expensive than it is if I use pirate ship. And I like to pad my shipping a little bit, helps to pay for my product, helps to pay for my cost of goods and all that kind of stuff. So I try to do pirate ship as much as I can so that I can pad stuff. Okay, so what do we got here? We got some stickers. I'm just getting out all my stuff for the day here. All right. Okay, so first thing we've got here, cute little sticker, little palm tree action, very nice, and going in here. All right. I love the little ghost thing. Gracious, thank you. That little ghost thing is so cute. Oh my goodness. And if I miss anything, guys, feel free to ask again. Oh, thank you, Vicki. I missed you guys too. I watched a lot of Law and Order SVU and slept a whole bunch. So it just happens. You know, I'm one of those people that like, I don't really get sick that often anymore. I used to have it worse, but I take like a whole like supplementation stuff that it keeps me going. But when I do get down, I get out. Like it literally, I don't know if it's because of the old fibros or what it is, but I get laid out and I get a temperature. When I get a temperature, I'm just out. So yeah, so I am happy that is finished because nobody wants that. Guys, it's going around, so stay away. I know for me to miss garage sales, I haven't missed a Saturday garage sale I don't even know how long. I'm like since February, March, maybe. So for me to not go, it was pretty crazy. It was really weird. Like on Sunday, I woke up and I was like thinking it was Monday because I'm so used to garage sailing all day Saturday. So this what is that? MTV canvas is not going to be at me. I will figure out this Frankenstein. Oh my gosh. If you're Frankenboxing. Oh, thank you. Plenty Bricks, thanks for the compliment. Do you recommend a thermal printer? Yes. Tenacious. I mean, okay. So let's talk price about stuff. We're going to talk while we go over here to Pirate Ship. So when I first started out, I could not afford to be getting all the different gadgets and all the different stuff. So at the beginning, I was handwriting the addresses out, which of course was fine when I was selling like 2 items a week. Oh, that's so cute. Vicki, thank you. That was so cute. I love the little Halloween ones. You guys know I'm a Halloween girl. So Yeah, so at the beginning I was handwriting stuff. And like I said, at the beginning you're selling only a couple things a week. That's fine. Then when I started to sell a couple more things, I started printing them on my printer. Here on my regular printer. Here's what I found though. On my regular printer, it was eating up the ink so badly. And my printer ink was like $50. So I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't work. So my son actually had a Rollo, is the one that I use now, but he had a Rollo. And when I saw how easy it was for him to use it, I was like, okay, well, that's a super life changer. So I decided to make the investment over there. Now, I'd already been selling stuff, so I took some of the profits I had made and I bought it because I don't want to see anybody spending more money than they're making. I think that's crazy. I think that's not the way that it should be. So, long story short, I guess my answer is, did it change my life forever? Yes. Can I imagine doing this without a thermal printer? Absolutely not. However, that being said, it also depends on how much you're making, how much you're shipping, so on and so forth. I mean, at the beginning, I didn't have nice little thank you cards and stuff. I wrote stuff on Post-it notes. So you do what's going to be cost effective at the time. Now, the reason I chose Rollo, because I know there's a lot of different ones out there, is it just the reviews. Like Isaiah was so happy with his, and then the reviews were so good on the Rollo. The reviews were good on the Rollo and the Zebra. The reason I decided to go with the Rollo is when I went on the Smile store and I was like, let's say I was going to order more labels or more like the SKU things or anything that I use, it was easier for me to find stuff that was compatible with the Rollo versus the Zebra, which is why I chose it.
And that's great.
And it's great. I mean, this thing's a workhorse. I don't even know if I'd ever need a new one. I did end up getting the one that is plug-in. I didn't get the Wi-Fi one for a couple different reasons. One, I was like, what if the internet's down? I mean, if the internet's down, I guess that'd be hard to use it anyways. But two, I knew my printer would always be like where I'm shipping stuff. So I chose the less expensive one and went with the wired one that actually like plugs in.
But I would also recommend the wireless, just because the cords where the paper comes out.
The cords are a little bit annoying. So yes, if you're worried about the cords, then I would recommend that.
What not?
Did I just sell this?
What not?
Oh, WN, you mean? Can't say that. I'm already on restrictions. Oh yeah, you can't say that.
Why not?
Why not? We're gonna start calling it why not. Why not? Thanks, babe. Anyway, okay, I hope that answered your question. So my brain, because I was not feeling well, is really spicy today. So I'm going to be all over the place today. It's going to be interesting. What is Pirate Ship? Erroneous 06. Pirate Ship is just an outside shipping store. It's kind of like stamps.com if you've ever heard of them before. It's just a place to purchase shipping labels at a discount. They buy their stuff in bulk freight, and so then they're able to like parcel it out, and so we're able to buy little sections of that as an area for us to ship in, and it just saves you money. Vid or Fluey? Fluey for sure. It was actually a cold. It was a total it started out in my throat. If you guys remember last week, I was like so scratchy all week, and I thought it was because last weekend I had sung punk songs for 3 nights in a row. And so I thought it was that. But it wasn't. It turned into like an actual temperature and excuse me, it wasn't the viddies because I've had that twice now and it was very, very different than that. Let's see. Okay, good. Dymo says great. I don't know what Dymo is. Oh, it's not, that is a printer, isn't it? I think. Oh, thanks for the likes. You ever use free UPS labels? That's literally what I'm using right now. Absolutely. Of course. Naughty puppy. I know, naughty puppy, right? Coley, you caught onto one of our words. That's one of our little family word thing. That's on the money. We've got Coley somebody finally picked up on naughty puppy, honey. That's funny. I was wondering who's going to be the first person to realize that we say that all the time. Coley, you're the winner on that one. Which one makes you use theirs? Oh, for shipping? So the only place that you can ship and use your own outside labels is Depop and eBay. Everyone else is internal. So WN is internal. Grailed is internal, Poshmark, and Mercari. All of them, you just use their labels. I think you can choose to not do the WNs, but I don't know why you would. That being said, I'm not a WN expert, so that is probably not a question for me. No, she's talking about the thermal printer labels. Mercari, use my own shipping. Can you use your own shipping on that one? I thought you had to use their shipping on that one, but I'm interested to find out if you can use your own, because that would be I could pad. Although people on Mercari like that inexpensive $4.99 shipping. Sweetbriar is here. Okay, guys. Like I said, it's gonna be a bit scattered today, but it's gonna be fun. This is what happens when my brainy has had a tempe for a few days. Okay, so we're gonna add the tracking on that. They paid $8.50 for shipping. We paid $6.27, so we made $2. So that covered my cost of the original product, and then also some of the fees. So let's see, we made a total of, after everything was said and done, $33.40 on those pants. Not bad. The next one, this is so funny. So I was watching someone's TT the other day, and they were saying, if you want something to sell in your inventory, just go in and touch it. If you've had it forever, because then it'll sell. So I had gone in to get this out of my inventory because I realized I hadn't measured it. You guys have to remember, like, I have only been doing like what I would consider like good full-time, awesome selling for probably like maybe 5 months, but really probably closer to 4. And so everything before that, like, I hadn't done measurements on anything. My titles were bad. My descriptions were bad. Everything was just literally amok. It was just not good. And so I have still been going back through hundreds of listings. I thought I was done. And then I realized half of my listings didn't even have measurements on them. So I have been going back through, and this was one of the things I realized didn't have any measurements on it. So I literally pull it out of my inventory. I bring it into the room. It's sitting here, and then it sold like a day or two or 3 days later. I was like, oh my gosh. So just, if you want something to sell in your inventory, just go in and touch it, because then it'll sell. Blunty Brick says, I use Pirate Ship from Mercari. Interesting. I use Mercari SurePost since they changed the pricing. Yeah, I just use the Mercari SurePost too, is what I usually do. So that's I might have to look at that. Hey, Thrifty. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So let's get this shipped. So what this is this is a Wilson tennis gym duffel bag. I picked this up at a garage sale for, you guessed it, $1. Why does it feel like there's something in here? Wait a second. You can't make this up. Okay. I'm going to give you guys a little inspiration. Like I said, I've only been doing what I would consider like really being a good reseller for probably, honestly, 4 to 5 months max. Everything before that was like, I didn't know what I was doing. I was bad at everything, including checking the pockets of things, apparently, because we have a bonus item in this bag that I'm so glad I noticed before I shipped this off. Is everyone ready to see what the most ridiculous bonus item is inside of this bag that nobody would ever want to get in the mail in a bag that they just purchased? Are we ready? Give me 10 hearts and I will show you. I will trade 10 hearts and show you what the most ridiculous item is that's ever been in a bag that I almost just shipped off. I cannot believe this. Not vintage cop drops. We've done it before. Are we ready? Drum roll, please. Deodorant. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. Can you even imagine? Oh my God, I'm crying. Can you even imagine you get this gym bag in the mail, you open it up, you go to put your stuff in it, and there's an old deodorant. Justin, honey, I've got some new deodorant for you. God, that's so disgusting. Adidas moves. Expired. Should we see what it expires? I'll tell you all this bag is. Oh my God. You can't make it up. Expired in January of this year. So this has officially been expired for almost a year now. We should have charged $1 more for the deodorant. Oh my God. No, it's not. It's not new. I'm not opening it. It's not new. Oh my God. It's color coordinated. It's so gross. All right. Well, we're going to check all the other pockets. So for those of you that are newer resellers, or maybe you feel like hot messes from time to time, just know that I'm with you, and know that I also was not good at any of these things. But a mere few months ago, that has been listed and had that. That means I took pictures of this bag with that in there and didn't even notice it. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Is it new? Check the comps. It might be discontinued. Oh my goodness. No, it's not new. It's definitely not new. At least the bag is fresh smelling, sis God. Woo! Oh, that's so good. Yeah, gracious. Excuse me. That's so disgusting. Oh, I mean, I suppose it could have been worse things, but I don't know. I'm just imagining the person that would have gotten this and literally opened up the bag and it's just a little deodorant. Can you imagine the review on that? Bag's in great condition. Opened up and there was a used deodorant in there. I mean, if it had been new, I guess it could have just been considered like a bonus, but it was not new. That's so gross. Woo! Good gravy. Oh my gosh. Hey, honey, I have somehow misplaced my scissors. Can you grab me some scissors, babe? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up and send it out now that we have removed the super gross old deodorant. How long does deodorant usually stay good for? Because if that's a year expired, like how long ago was it made? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's probably an internet fun fact question to ask. Like, how long is deodorant good for? Woo! Guys, that one about broke me today. I haven't laughed so hard I cried in a minute. Oh, that was a good way. That's a good way to start the day, though. Old Adidas deodorant. At least it was name brand. I mean, that's good, right? It's a good quality one. Okay, fun fact, I don't even know Adidas made deodorant. Like, why are they making deodorant? Why don't they work on making their products a little bit better quality? Oh, she just said that. She just said that. Holy smokes. All right, we're going to put a sticker in here. And this one just says, we're going to put this one in there because it's a gym bag. Take it easy. Be good on yourself. Don't work out too hard. Oh, guys, I don't know. That about broke me. At least, yeah, the bag being fresh smelling, that's hilarious. More like deodorant. Oh, tenacious. That is everything. Oh my goodness, you are a girl after my own punny heart. Amazing. Hey, honey, it was deodorant. Oh, Susan Marie, I am feeling much better. She sounds a little scratchy still, but she's on the mend. And then we're just going to use this old bag here from the Smile store for this, so I don't have to use one of my bigger bags. Hey, baby, can you grab me some scissors? I am scissorless. I don't know what happened to my scissors. They have walked away, which is very typical in this house. We literally buy like the multiple packs of scissors. I don't know if anyone else does this, but we buy like the super pack of scissors, like the, you know, Costco, like 4,000 scissors pack. And somehow they still end up walking away in our house. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of this bag off because I want to try to keep this in the under 2 pound situation, because this is such an old listing that, gosh, I'm trying to remember exactly what sale I got this at. I see myself in Bremerton when I got it. So it might be, this could be a super old listing, like, which would explain the terrible listing, the horrible pocket checking. Guys, I literally almost just sent a bag with deodorant in it to someone. Good gravy. All right, and I got a Poshmark question for y'all. Are you guys ready for the Poshmark question of the day? And it's not about really so much about the structure change. Well, I guess it kind of is, but not really. Okay, so I have sold quite a bit of stuff on Poshmark, and I have always received 5 stars. I have never had anything below 5 stars on anything on Poshmark. I mean, this is a terrible timing to say this, but I'm pretty good about shipping a description of the items, minus the deodorant incident. But I've got, 100% on eBay, and same thing on Depop and everything. So I've always gotten like really good. I do, quality shipping, so on and so forth. Anyways, so I have gotten nothing but 5 stars on Poshmark always. I've got a couple hundred, I think, or maybe 150, or I don't even know. A good amount of 5 stars on Poshmark. In fact, I'm so used to getting the 5 stars on Poshmark that I really stopped looking to see, even when it says like, oh, someone rated you on Poshmark. I just stopped looking because I always know it's 5 stars. But on Thursday, I get this rating and I get a 2-star on Poshmark. And I'm like, that's weird. So I go over, you can't make this stuff up, you guys. So I go over to Posh and I look to see what it is. And it's this vintage camo, made in the 90s shirt that we shipped off like maybe 2 weeks ago together or something. And I'm like, weird. So I read the review and it says ship time could be better. And I'm like, ship time could be better. I mean, I ship like pretty much immediately. And so I go to look it up. He bought the item. This is going to Liam in South Carolina. I bought the item in, they bought it on the 6th of October at like 9 o'clock at night or something like that. And we all generated the shipping label that next morning. It was on Monday. And then we shipped it like Monday afternoon. So it literally shipped in under 24 hours. Just a second, I'm measuring this. We got 18 by 9 by 2. Just a second. 18 by 9 by 2. So I'm like looking at it and I realize that the item went to, okay, we kept it under 2 pounds. The item went to North Carolina, literally where the hurricane was. This item still made it from Texas to North Carolina where the hurricane hit in under a week. And he gave me a 2-star for could improve ship time, because when I followed the tracking, it had gotten stuck like in some town on its way because of the hurricane, which I am obviously not in charge of the weather, right? So I'm like, okay, it's just a fluke. I didn't think anything of it. I went ahead and messaged the person. They never saw it or did anything about it. And I just said, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I did ship this the next day. Here's a screenshot. You guys were in a hurricane, so it got stuck. I apologize, but unfortunately, I'm not in control of the weather situation. And I was really nice about it. I wasn't snooty or anything like that. I wanted to be, but I wasn't. And so he didn't see it, didn't say anything. I was hoping he would change the rating. So I actually messaged Poshmark and I was like, hey, I shipped this thing out immediately. This person is not willing to change their rating. Here's the screenshot. And of course, I got the generic thing back from Posh that's like, oh, we're sorry, but we can't change customers' ratings. This is their opinion. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Chalked it up to no big deal. Hey, Jim, yo. Sorry if I missed anything, guys. I just want to finish the story. So I'm like, all right, interesting. Let's see, what did we? So we paid $682 for shipping on this. Let me see what they paid. $720. Okay, good. So we made a total of $23 in profit on that bag. So I chalk it up to whatever. Then on Friday, I noticed that I've gotten another notification from Poshmark, and it's a rating thing. I'm not feeling real great, but I was like, well, I'll just go in and look because now I'm on alert for this Poshmark situation, right? So I go in and I look at and I wind up getting a three-star rating, and it says could be cleaner. Okay, so I go and I look at the item. You guys, it was a brand new pair of jeans, new with tags. I know exactly what pair of jeans this was. It was a pair of Urban Stars. They even smelled like the store. You know how like when you smell clothes from the store, still has that like store clothing smell? I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but it has that certain smell to it. And so I'm like, could be cleaner. Like it was literally a brand new item with tags. There was no dirt. There was no dust. There was nothing on it. These were a brand new pair of jeans. And I'm like, okay. So I had another pair of those for sale. I went in, I looked at the other pair because I'm like, did I ship the wrong one or something? Nope. Same exact pair. They smell great. They smell like the clothing store. So I'm like, all right, well, that's really weird that in 2 days I would get 2 ratings that were below 5 stars. Okay, coincidence. No big deal. Poshmark, moving on. Then yesterday, I get a rating, and it's a 3-star rating. And I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I go in and I look, and it is a North Face zip up. Hey, Southern. It's a North Face zip up jacket in really actually pretty good condition. You know, a little bit of pilling here and there. Said so in the listing. This is like $100 jacket that I think the person paid like $14 or something for. Zipper's great, really clean, fresh, really nice. Actually, really nice. Like what I would consider maybe not excellent straight out of the store, but in like medium, like good to excellent condition. So I get this rating and it says ship time was great. Item received perfect timing. Little bit more worn than I would expect. A little bit of pilling. Should have asked what the blend was or something like that. Like, should have asked what the material was. I'll think to ask next time. So I went back in and I'm like, weird. Did I not put pictures up that had like what it's made of? Because you guys know I always do pictures of the care tag. So I went in and looked at this jacket. I just got to show you this jacket because honestly, like it kind of confirms my suspicions of this situation. And I'll tell you what my theory is, okay? So this is the jacket. Crazy good condition. I took pictures of, like, look, even up close, you can see the knit on that. Like, you can see there's no lifting on the knit. There's nothing. I mean, this thing is literally, the inside is like a super soft fleece. The care tag is here that tells you all the information of what the item is made out of. The whole thing is good, right? So I look in there and I'm like, why would this person say this? Like, why are they like, what is going on? Like, I mean, hundreds and 150 or however many reviews, 200, whatever I've sold on Poshmark of 5 stars. And then a 2-star, a 3-star, and a 3-star, all in 3 days of the last 3 items I shipped. So I got a theory. I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion that people that are over on Poshmark are a little upset about the fees that have started. and that are happening on Poshmark. And I have this feeling that I am not the only person that this is going to happen to, because so you're used to not paying any fees on, let's say that you're going to get food delivery and you're used to not getting any fees, right? You get your item and it meets your expectations. And so you just give it 5 stars because you're like, okay, the food was good. It was timely. Everything was fine. Now, the next time you get delivery, the delivery is $6. Well, your expectations for that delivery on that next item that you choose, even if you ordered the same thing, you ordered Chipotle twice, you got the same chicken burrito. The second time, though, you're paying $6 in delivery fees on that. You're going to be a little bit more particular, and you could potentially be a little salty. You better get perfect shipping time. That item, that burrito better be tasty and better be the best burrito you've ever had in your life. Because now all of a sudden you're paying extra money. In your mind, you're paying extra for that item, not realizing it doesn't have anything to do with Chipotle, aka us. It has everything to do with the platform. So it was Poshmark's decision to do this. And now all of a sudden, I got 3 back-to-back, not 5 stars. One because of shipping time that had nothing to do with me because of hurricane. The second was a brand new item with tags that you somehow wanted cleaner. And the third thing is a jacket that is in impeccably amazing condition. And you're complaining about it, even though, and you're saying that you didn't know what the jacket was made of, even though in the picture it tells you exactly what it's made of. So I'm feeling a little like, fool me once, fool me twice, fool me thrice. I don't know about that. So that's just kind of what my brain is going to. Anyone else have any opinions on that? Is anyone else having problems with Poshmark? Says Juliet. That is the question. I'm wondering if any Green Thrifty. Yeah, I just got my first return request on Posh. How interesting. Keep an eye out, please, Jewel. Yes, we're taking the brunt of the frustration. Oh, thank you, gracious. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, because I pride myself on like my perfect rating, and like I get it, things are gonna happen, but I mean, come on, I can't change a hurricane. I can't make anything newer than new with tags, and I can't describe an item any better than giving you 12 photos and giving you the exact amount that of what the shirt's made of. So Shani says, I think you might be right. Yeah, I mean, oh, and I will be blocking them. Flippin', what is up? Yeah, and your rating is hidden on Posh. You have to go pretty deep into someone's closet to like read the reviews, and it's fine. Like I said, it's fine. But it's like, I feel like we're taking the yuck because Posh wanted to get a little greedy with the situation. DW, yes. I've reached out to the first person, the person with the hurricane situation. I reached out to them. I haven't heard anything back. And then the other 2, I'm going to be honest, I just haven't felt good enough to deal with it. So I've got it on my list today, actually. Number 2, message Poshmark people. So I'm just going to message them and just let them know, I'm going to send over something nice. Kill them with kindness, as my mom would always say. Have you seen the beta on Mercari showing some buyers' total cost on listing page? No, I have not seen that. On eBay, they sell nice, but people are odd on there. Yeah, it's for sure. You can't see any reviews before 5 stars on Posh even. So why does it bother them? Yeah, I know. And it shouldn't bother me either, probably, right? Hey, Kaylee. Hey, God, I see you guys over on the Tubies. It shouldn't bother me either, and I get that. It's just... It's like baking a batch of cookies that are perfect and you did a really good job. And then someone's like, I don't like 11 chocolate chips. I like 14 chocolate chips. And you're like, excuse me, here's 3 extra chocolate chips to eat on the side then. It's just that irking of like, okay. Anyways, moving right along. Next item we got here is something I thought this was going to sell like almost immediately. I have had this listed for so long. So this is an older stuffed animal. They're called Snuggables, or it's a mama bear. There's a whole line of them. I remember them. I thought other people were going to remember them. It's dead stock. This is from 1983. with like a brand new tag on it. Like it's, you know, in crazy, crazy condition. Oh, I see a little string. We're going to clip that off her hat. I don't want to get, you know, a bad review for a string. Anyways, I just was surprised. It didn't sell. So finally it sold, and it sold to the right person. This just goes to show you the universe always likes to give you something when you're like annoyed about something. Sometimes the universe will like throw you a bone. So I got the sweetest message. This lady said, hey, I'm so excited to get this in the mail. I lost my mom this year, and I had this when I was a little girl, and it reminds me of her. So I'm so happy to get my mama bear back. You know, I'm really looking forward to it. So, you know, sometimes you get a little something nice that goes along with the spice. And so I am more than happy to be able to give this to someone that I know is going to appreciate it. I'm going to give her over one of my fave stickers, which is the little unicorn, super cute. And hopefully this will help to cheer her up. You guys know I lost my mama. It's been about 2 years now. And some days it feels like it was yesterday, and some days it feels like it was so long ago. But I've got my special little things that remind me of her. I've got a wind chime out back, and every time it blows, I'm like, "Hi, Mom." So if this helps to give her a little bit of that feeling, I really hope that it does, because we've all gone through stuff like that in our lives, whether it be, you know, a family member or just someone that we were close to. And so when you can get those little things that reminds you of them, it sure does feel nice. So I am very happy to have gotten that message amongst all the other Poshmark silliness. So let's see. I'm in the business of manager for a bakery. You're speaking my language. Whoa. Holy, you probably deal with some stuff over there. I can't even imagine. Yeah, it was a really, really cool message. Hey, Joey, good to see you. Laurel, what is up? Mojo, I'm happy to see you guys. So this is going out to someone that is going to really appreciate it. And I'm happy that it is too, because I'm just happy it's not just going just because someone's like, oh, whatever, and throw it in the corner. Like, this is something they're going to treasure. It is something I remember, like I said, from when I was a kid. So it's just one of those items that, you know those items, you guys have them too, where you're convinced it's going to sell in like 1.2 seconds or something. And then it sits in your inventory and you're like, what in the heck? Like, how is that even possible? So this is going out to someone pretty special. So I'm very, very happy about that. I picked her up for 50 cents at a garage sale. Literally one of the first garage sales I went to. So that's how long I've had this. And, it just goes to show sometimes things just need a delist and a relist. You just got to find the right person, right? It's got to be the right person that wants to get an item. And this was the right person. So I'm excited about that. Oh, did we just get an offer on something? Okay. So let's see. This is going to be 12 ounces. And I would say it is 10 by 6 by 3. And then let's see what we got. So they paid $5.99 for shipping. This is $5.32 to ship out. And after all is said and done, we made a total of $11.60 on this. $11.60 percent in my inventory for 1160,000 years. No, not really. But yeah. So yeah, I got this one of the first garage sales I went to. Like I said, I listed it right away because it was one of those things I thought was going to sell, and it didn't. So this is going to Jessica in Virginia. So, all right. One thing I did learn from this last week with the whole Poshmark and the shipping and all that is I am going to go into everyone whose orders I ship today. And I'm just going to do a copy paste message and just say, hey, I just wanted to let you know this item's on its way. I did get a notification from the platform that shipping times are lengthy in some areas due to the devastating hurricanes that have happened. So please be patient. You can follow it through your app, because I did just get this notification earlier today. And it's a USPS warning weather delays, which is saying that everything's going to be delayed a little bit. So I'm going to send that out and be proactive, because I don't want anybody telling me that I did not ship their items quickly when I know that I did. So sometimes with that kind of stuff, sometimes you gotta, like, you know, when you get a lick and you fall down, the best way to get back up is to say, okay, what can I learn from this situation and how can I do it differently next time? Even if you know it's not your fault, doesn't matter. It's the end result that matters. And so what can I do to make sure that this doesn't happen again? So, hey moms, good to see you. Oh, you take wedding orders? Coolly. Woo. Those sales are what make me happy that you were in a conduit to get the right thing to the right person, Shani. And that is one of the things I loved. I sold a ton of plush when I first started. I bought this lot of plush for like $250. And then I also had bought this huge lot of Raggedy Ann, Care Bears, Rainbow Bright, oh gosh, a whole bunch of stuff, just a whole bunch of different kinds of stuffed animals. And so I was selling a lot of the plush at the beginning before I started getting into clothing and stuff like that. And that is one thing I loved about that is I'd always get messages like, oh my gosh, my son lost this dog on vacation. I'm so excited to get another one. Those definitely made my day for sure. Okay, next thing we've got here is a pair of pants. These are just kind of a little bread and butter pair. So this is a pair of 2015 Levi's 511 slim fits. For some reason, when I comped these, oh, I remember what it is. These are cycling pants. So if you guys see these pants where they have like a triangle, if you can see, can you see that triangle kind of in the center here where it almost looks like an additional piece of material? So these pants are made for, they're called commuter pants. And they have that stretch in the middle so people can like bike messenger and ride bikes with it. They also, in the inside here, have a reflective strip so that when the person is on the bike or whatever, they can roll this up and it'll have a reflective strip on the bottom of their jeans. And so because of that, they were worth more than I thought. When I originally picked them up, I thought they were just a regular pair of 511 slims, which would be like a $12 pair of pants maybe. So I picked these up for $1. And when I went to look at them, I was like, what is this center? I'd never seen that before. So I had to do a little bit of you Googling to figure out what they were. And that's when I figured out that they were, they're called commuter pants. So you learn something new every day, right? So I was excited to learn about those because that's something I'll definitely look for because like I said, I got these for $1 and they sold for 30, which for a pair of 511s is like unheard of. 511s never sell for that much. I just figured they were going to be like a $12 pair of pants or something. So that's pretty cool. Vanessa, what is good? Hustle, I see you. I'm happy to see you guys. Bailey, thanks for the likes too. I appreciate it. All right, let's get these in here and then we're going to bring those over to Pirate Ship. And we're going to take a little sip of coffee here. The good thing about not having coffee for a couple days is your tolerance for it goes down. So I actually feel like I have some caffeine in me, which is exciting. I usually have so much coffee that I can't even tell anymore. All right, so we're going to bundle these up here into our little poly bag. I put all of my jeans in my 15 by 12 inch bags. They fit really well. They fold over just a little bit at the top, which is nice. It helps to protect the item. And we are going to put these over into the Pirate Ship and see what we see. So these are going to Jason in New York, which makes sense that they'd be going to New York because a lot of people choose to do bikes and stuff like that there because of the traffic situation. Obviously, we all have seen movies or have lived there or been there, and you see the road conditions there. So let's get these marked as soft pack poly bag. And it looks like we are at 10 inches by 7 inches. And our weight on these is going to be 1/8. And that tells you how much more materials in there. So usually a pair of 511s will be like 1/4. So it's 4 extra ounces, almost 5 extra ounces of weight on those pants for that middle stretch. All right, and let's see. He would have paid $8.50 for shipping. And it looks like our shipping is going to be $7.21. So it's going to cover the cost of the pants plus 30 cents towards our eBay fees over there. So not bad. When all is said and done, we will have made approximately $37.50, I believe. No, just kidding. $27.50 in profit. So that is nothing to snooze at for a quick list of the pants. These ones took me a minute to list, but like I said, I had to learn and figure out what those were called because I just never seen it before. So it's kind of, I do like when I have an item that I haven't done before, because I do get to learn something new, and that's always, you know, always fun to do. So let's get that copied, and then we will pop over to back over to eBay, and we'll put the tracking in there so they can find where their pants are. Okay. And then the next item is something that I wanted to keep, but I decided not to because I just won't use it. So this is a 1990 Asics neon pink hoodie. And like I said, I thought about keeping this. I know you guys even saw me try it on. It's super cool. It's very me with like the hidden invisible hood and all that. The problem is I'm just not going to wear it, you guys. I just don't wear jackets. Like I said, I am just warm all the time. So it's just, I have so many coats and stuff already in my closet. And I was like, I'm just not going to wear it. It's going to go in there. This is what happens with this stuff. It goes in my closet and then I stare at it all the time. And then I feel guilty for having it in my closet and not having it be something that's used. I don't want so much stuff that the stuff isn't getting used, because to me in my mind, that just feels like a waste. So, oh my gosh, this is super cute. Cute sticker alert. My heart will go on. Once more, you open the door. Ooh. Ooh, you think that voice is bad on a regular basis. You throw a little chest coldie on there. You are gonna be listening to some squeaky voice for sure. Thanks for the heart, DW. I appreciate that. I don't feel like you need extra caffeine. I feel like your body makes it on its own. Yeah, that's probably true. However, oh my gosh, you guys. Nope, I'm not going to look at it that way. I keep thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm so behind because I didn't get anything done on Saturday and Sunday. And then I got a little bit done yesterday, but I ended up with a migraine. And I have my medicine for it, but it makes me like literally like, so I basically have like 2 days where I didn't get anything done. And so I know I'm out of the algorithms and it's like, but I'm not going to look at it that way. I'm going to look at it like your body. I appreciate you. Thank you. You needed a little rest. Your body needed to just have a little situation. You just need a little snack and a little snooze and you're fine. And you did a great job and you're better now. And that's all that matters. And we're not going to feel bad about it. We're going to feel great about it, because now we can move forward and have a wonderful, productive week. And it's going to be amazing. That's how I'm looking at it. All right. We're going to ship this straight out of eBay because it's only 10 ounces. Technically it's 9.7, but we're going to call it 10 because I don't want to get a naughty puppy. Okay. So 10. And then this is 6 by 9 by 2. And let's see, they paid $6.99 for shipping. We are being charged $5.32. So that is a difference of what, like $1.68. So it covers the cost of the dollar, which is what the coat cost me. And then we've got about 32 cents towards our fees. So when all is said and done, we made approximately $17.80 on this in profit. So not bad. And that $17.80 to someone that will actually, I get the $17.80 and this will go to someone named Ever in California that will actually wear this, because it actually gets a little cool in California rather than here where it's 92 degrees today. So just saying, welcome to Texas. It's 92 in October. I'm happy to see you, Jim. My hub's at me because I'll buy something and he'll ask, isn't that for you if it doesn't sell? That's funny. Hey, Rebecca. Okay, what else do we got here in eBay? The next thing we've got, I got this for free. So this is a 1970s tapestry jacquard ribbon. So this is something they would use like on the fringe of like clothing, guitar straps. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty orange and blue. So I had got a sewing machine for free off of FP Marketplace, like, I don't know, a couple years ago. And in it was this big tin. And in the tin was like all these buttons and all of these ribbons and sewing things. I'm kicking myself because I got rid of the buttons because this was before I was reselling. And so I didn't ever think I would need all these buttons. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got rid of all those buttons. It was like things of it. I wanted selling for like $2 or something like that. Anyways, long story short, this was in there with a couple other of these. And so I've just been slowly selling these kind of over time. So this was 3 yards of this. We paid nothing for it and got it for free. And it sold for $11.40 over on eBay. So not bad at all. Let's see. Let's get a cute little sticker for this. Oh, that's a cute one. Good vibes only. I think that totally matches like the hippie kindness of that. So we're going to put that with that. And then we will put this in. Let's fit in here. I think so. What else do we got here? High of 56 today. Oh, it's chilly. Whoa. 56. I haven't felt 56 in so long. I don't even remember what cold weather feels like. 57 in Virginia. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's so crazy. 89 says Jim. Yeah, I have vintage buttons and zippers in my DP. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wish I wouldn't have gotten rid of those guys. It was just so before I was doing reselling. So it's like I didn't even think of like ever needing that many buttons. I know. 89 isn't cold. Yeah. 48. Plenty bricks. 48. 50 in Minnesota. Oh, it's so crazy to me to think like it's cold places. Because I could literally go outside right now and get an actual sunburn. Like that's how warm it is outside. Gosh. Honey, hearing all these like cold weather places, it's so crazy. It's like 48 degrees where some of these people are. 50 degrees. Yeah. I mean, my joints just ache thinking about it being that cold. Like we'll have a couple cool days here in Texas. It'll probably get down to like in like December, January, February. It'll get into like the 50s maybe. Like, I mean, we may have a frost or 2 day, like in the morning, but it usually warms up by afternoon. Like we bought wood when we moved down here for our fireplace, just in case we ever lost power here in the winter, because the grid here isn't set up for frost. And the year before we moved here, they'd had this really severe frost and people were without power for like a week or two. And so we didn't want to get, without wood. So we bought wood. That wood's probably going to sit in that shed for I don't even know how long. 48 in Ohio. Jem says it was 74 this morning, and I was like, OMG, chill. Jem, that's so funny because that's what happens to me now. I go outside and I'm like, oh, wow, it's a little cooler today. It's 83. And I'm like, okay, you have acclimated. 63 now, 39 this morning. Bailey, that's way too cold. Tracy, what is good? Vicky says, I like hoodie weather, but I'm not ready for snow or negative temps. Yeah, I am not ready for any of that. Like, my body is the kind of body that likes the heat. You guys know I have, like, nerve stuff. And so when it's cold, I am literally miserable. Like, everything hurts. And it's really hard for me to get going. I have to, like, get in the shower for, like, an hour and, like, warm up. That's one of the reasons why we moved out of Washington, is it would take me, because it rains there all the time. So it's always wet and cold. And so your joints just ache, or at least mine did there. So I would get up in the mornings and I would have to stand in the shower for like an hour. I was taking like an hour and a half to 2 hour baths every night just to get my body warm enough before I went to bed so that it didn't hurt when I woke up in the morning. So for me here, I love it. I don't think you could ever talk me out of getting away from the heat now. Like, am I sweaty when I'm garage sailing? Yep. But at the same time, it's way better than the opposite, which is, to be like cold and freezing. So 35 for a low tonight. Sarah, that is way too cold. Northern Cali, you guys are 52 this morning. Are you up by like Bella? Are you like by Redding or something? Thrifty says, do you know where I live? You're in the cold. Thrifty, remind me. I can't remember. Oklahoma has a freeze warning tonight. What is going on? Is it really that cold already? It's like mid-October. Is it that cold oh gosh. I have FBRO. Yeah, I'm not okay. Yeah, Sarah, you are in the same boat. literally the cold literally destroys me. We went to Vermont for Christmas one year. We were supposed to stay until after New Year's, and we left on the 26th of December because I was just in so much pain. Every time I went outside, my knee would start going ding, 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 and like I couldn't breathe. It was just like, this is not for me. This is not for me. It doesn't snow like it used to in this country. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to that because I was raised in Washington, basically. I mean, I lived in Colorado when I was really little, but thrifty, you're in Colorado. Okay, what is it in Colorado right now? I'm curious because my dad sent me a picture like the other day, and it looked like it was so warm out. So he lives on a farm, and he was having hay delivered, and it still looked like it was pretty warm the other day in Colorado, but he's up in Kitteridge. So it was 94 on Saturday. Welcome to Oklahoma. Oh, that's so weird. So it's like really like a roller coaster. Bay Area, Silicon Valley. Okay, gosh, was that cold? That's so weird. It's awful. I have a farm. I barely survive every year. Oh, Sarah, yikes. 70, low at 35. So Colorado is interesting. Colorado, the phrase in Colorado I remember from being a kid, and what my dad has always said is, if you don't like the weather, wait a minute, because it literally like hails, snows, sunshine, rain, sun, hail, like it's so wild. All right, so let's see. This person paid $5.20 for shipping. We are paying $4.43. So we made $1.20 on the shipping, which basically covers my eBay costs on here because I didn't have any cost of goods for this. So this is going to Jerry in Missouri. And so we will make a total profit of about $11 on this, which is not bad for a free item. So Vanessa, yes, it is all the time. Oh, so wild. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know how you do it. I mean, like I said, that's one of the reasons why we decided to move here, is just the weather here is like, yes, is it brutal a couple of months out of the year? Like, yeah, it's really hot. But I'm working inside an air-conditioned environment. On Saturdays is the only day that I'm like sweating like crazy, and that's when I go out to garage sale. But I'm usually done garage selling by about 1. That's when everyone closes up here, like 12, 1 o'clock. And so, I just get home and take a shower and I'm fine. And I get the vitamin D for the week. I definitely have like more sun on me than I've ever had, which is great. And my body really, really likes it. I've been able to cut back on the vitamin D, just because I don't have to take as much now because I actually get outside. Washington, man. Like, I think the problem with Washington, I don't know if y'all are from Washington, but the problem with Washington and Western Washington is that it is so, it's just so gloomy all the time. So it may not rain all the time. They'll say, oh, it doesn't rain that much. It does, though. It just sprinkles all the time. Like when the last year that we had moved here before you moved, it had rained like over 340 days out of the year, which is like, that's insane, right? That's so long. That's crazy. Okay. We're going to move over to our next platform here. And let's start with, it looks like we'll start with Mercari. I don't think I only have one thing on Mercari today. Let's take a look here. Did I miss anything? Tenacious, I'm south of Austin. Yeah, those of you that are saying you're ready for cooler weather, I don't know about that. Yeah, the rain, it is like, I wouldn't say that I'm a super like depressed person. I mean, you guys know me, I'm pretty peppy. However, when it is that rainy for that long and that many days, it gets to you. Like, you just find yourself not going out to do anything because there isn't anywhere to go. Like, you can go hiking and stuff like that, but it's cold and rainy. So you got to wear like Gorp Core everywhere you go. There isn't outdoor restaurants because it's too cold. And there isn't outdoor music festivals because it's too cold. There isn't outdoor anything. So it's like whenever you go out anywhere there, you have to be inside. So it's just that cooped up feeling of never being able to just go out. Like, I'd go outside to play ball with Jack and it's like the grass is wet. So then he's soaking wet. And it's like, here, I go out in the backyard, play fetch with him for 10 minutes and come back in. And it's like, we're all dry. Everything's good. So, I mean, I'm definitely not, if you are looking for someone to be an advocate to tell you to move to Washington State, it's not going to be me. It's pretty, it's green, but you know what? It's green here too. So, and it's not cold. All right. So this is going to be going to Maricela in California. So this is one of my last Raggedy Anns. I had a whole lot of Raggedy Ann stuff that I had bought like, and by lot, I mean literally like a lot of Raggedy Ann. There was probably, oh gosh, I don't even know, maybe 20 or 30 of the, that's too small, 20 or 30 of the stuffed animals. And then I would say like maybe 15 or 20 of the hard, kind of like the harder stuffed animals. Where is my, sorry guys, I'm here. Okay, 20 or 30 of the hard stuffed animals. And then probably, I don't know, there was a music box. There was just so much stuff. So I got the entire lot because I had bought this lot of toys. I got the entire lot for probably $8, maybe like $8. So it was like, I mean, a crazy deal. We've probably made $400, $500 just on that one. And that was like one of those, like, it's lesson to learn with that one. Always ask people if they have other stuff. So one of the things we had back in Washington that I did like was we had this really cool auction, FB auction thing that we did for everyone that lived in my area. And you'd put an item up and then people would bid on it. So this woman had put up some toys, some like old vintage toys. And I noticed that she had put up like 3 or 4 listings in this auction site for toys. And it was like Trolls, some of the Raggedy Ann, some Care Bears, a couple other things. So I just messaged her and I was like, hey, I noticed you put up a whole bunch of toys in the auction site. Do you have any more toys? Are you planning on putting any more up? And she's like, oh my gosh, I have so many. I have a whole basement at my mom's house I got to clear out. And it's all my toys from when I was a kid and I'm in my 40s now. So you know me, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what toys those are. And I'm very excited about it. So I was like, what else do you have? So she just took random pictures and sent it to me. And I was like, here's the deal. I want all of this. So I'm going to bid on the auction ones and I'm going to put a price that I know I can win. I want everything you have in that basement. And then what if we just did one whole lump sum and I'll just pay you one big lump sum cash for all of it. How does that sound? And she said, that sounds great. So she sent me a picture of what she had. And she's like, how much do you, or I said, how much are you looking to get out of all of it? She said, I want like $300 or something like that. And I was like, okay. I was like, would you take 2? And she's like, I can't go that low. And I was like, okay. And then we went back and forth, and we ended up settling on $250. So I get to this house to load up, and she opens up her trunk, and it's like this giant hatchback thing, and it is just wall to wall full of every vintage toy situation you can ever imagine, including an inbox Steve Urkel talking doll. I mean, there was so much stuff. So it goes to show that you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You have to ask. Like, yeah, Chloe, how does that sound? You have to ask, because if you don't ask, then you don't know. By me just simply saying, do you have other stuff? And just reaching out, she could have said no. And you know what? I've messaged other people before and they've said, no, I don't have anything else. But you just got to keep asking people, because eventually it's like the same. I do the same thing when I'm at garage sales. If I see someone's got 6 pairs of Carhartt sitting there, I'm like, hey, you guys don't have any other ones you're thinking of getting rid of? Or you don't have any other band t-shirts you're thinking of getting rid of? Or you don't have any other video games? Or you don't have any other, whatever it is I'm interested in? Take the 2 seconds to ask. 90% of the time they'll say no. But those times they say yes, I mean, that's how I got that Bart Simpson Say Us in t-shirt that's going to end up selling for like $60 or something, just by asking. Like, you always got to ask, right? All right, that's it. We just had that one little item on Mercari. Mercari is never a big one for me, but that's okay. All right, let's head over to Poshmark and hope that we send out stuff that people are happy about. So we'll see. Okay. First thing we've got here, I knew these were going to sell, and I knew they were going to sell fast. These are those pants we got a couple weekends ago at a garage sale. They are absolutely insane. So they are vintage Rough Riders. I mean, these are like so incredibly beautiful. They're like a purple, bluish color, just gorgeous. They have one tiny little spot somewhere right here, one tiny little spot, which of course I just closed. If someone wanted to just take like a fabric marker over it, they could, and it would get rid of it. These you just don't find these. This is like beyond vintage, made in the USA. So cool. So they sold for $60. I got them for $1 at a garage sale, and we're doing Poshmark, so it's going to go into our Tyvek here, and we will get a little sticker along with it. And hopefully we'll get a lovely review and someone saying lovely, nice things about us. We're going to just hope that happens because, like I said, I've never, ever, 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 ever had issues on Poshmark until, and by the way, the orders that I sent out that got the weird ratings on them, all 3 of them were from right after the change. It's the first 3 items I shipped out after the change. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. I'm not going to believe it. Like, there's just no way. Like, people are salty. I get it. Hopefully they will not take it out on the resellers because that would be silly, right? All right. So these are going to Jeremy in Texas. Oh my gosh, honey. These are going about 5 blocks from Brown's Burgers. Oh, the best burger joint in the planet. So good. So, oh my gosh. So I was talking to someone at that just printed weird. So I was talking to somebody at a garage sale, honey, about that because they said they were from Killeen. And I was like, Brown's Burgers. They're like, oh, I know. And she was telling me there's a back way you can get there in like an hour, like a little over an hour, she said. I know. Brown's Burgers, Killeen, Texas. Random place. Best burgers on the planet. Literally. They have this wheat sourdough bun that is like the greatest thing I've ever had. It's like this mom and pop burger shop that's on the corner of this little intersection. Totally unassuming. You wouldn't think it was good. It almost looks like it's been there like 1,000 years, and you're like, oh boy, like, is that going to be sketchy? But we went there because it had good reviews, and we took one bite, and both Justin and I are like, what are we eating? It's so good. So tasty. I know. That's what she said. It was an older lady at a garage sale. You take that stuff with a grain of salt. You smile and go, oh, that's crazy. But she did say there was a back way to get there. She's like, don't take 35. Go some other way. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. Not Killeen. Never mind. Not Killeen. It's in Kerrville. Kerrville, Brown's Burgers, not Killeen. What am I talking about? I told you guys it was going to be spicy today. Okay, next thing we've got for Posh is this shirt. This is another one I had a feeling it would sell pretty quickly, and it did. Poshmark is not the place I thought it was going to sell on. I thought it was going to sell on Grailed, but you never know. So this is a 2010 Michael Jordan in the midst of greatness collector t-shirt. I thought the comps on this were going to be a little bit more, but there was a pretty good amount of them for sale. So unfortunately, I think had this been just a little bit older, it would have had a little bit higher comps. But I got it for $1 and it sold for $15 over on Poshmark. So nothing to snooze at, but definitely nothing like when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, what is that? I thought it was going to be like a $35 shirt, but because there's so many for sale, it just didn't turn out to be what I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. All right. So this person's getting a cute little sunflower and a little tag. And you know what? $15 is 15. Yeah, Sweet Briar. I meant Kerrville is Killeen is where that last order was going, but Kerrville is the place that's got the burger joint. So if you guys ever go to Kerrville, Texas, it's called Brown's Burgers. And I kid you not, you know, Justin and I spent 2 years on the road, living in Airbnbs, because we were just working online. And so why not? And we ate at a lot of places, a lot of restaurants, a lot of places. That's one of our top 5 easily. And it's just such a weird little unassuming burger stand. So super crazy. Killeen is 1 year old Sophograms. Oh, crazy. Oh, you were raised in Fort Hood. Yeah, so that was Killeen. That wasn't Kerrville. I mixed them up, but yeah, cleared that up. Okay, we're gonna download this label and get this printed out. Yeah. Okay, print. and print. Yeah, Kerrville was interesting. It reminded me a lot of Squim, which is the town I grew up in. It's like a little tiny town. The really weird thing about that place is the deer. So they're famous for how many deer you see there, which I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. They weren't kidding. There would literally be like 8 deer in the yard in the morning, and then we would drive into town and easily see 30 deer on the way. What did they call what was it that they called the deer there, honey? Do you remember? Like, because they said that they were just like infested with them. Were they called like not something rats, but like, do you remember what it was? Remember in Kerrville how they called the deer something because there were so many deer? Yard. Oh, there's like a nickname. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but there were so many deer that they like were basically saying they were infested with them. I don't remember. Anyways, how many sales do you average a week? Items, or does it vary? Letty, it super varies. Like, it doesn't kind of vary. It really varies. Last week for me was the slowest week I have had in months. And I think it was a mixture of the hurricanes, it was almost payday, and then it was also the Smile Store PRIME days. So that happened to me last summer when they had PRIME days as well. So I think that kind of factored into it. This week's going to be interesting because I didn't list this weekend because I was just so sick. I with the temperature and stuff, I couldn't even pick up my phone to do. I just slept for like 48 hours. So there was no listing. I didn't do anything. And so I think that I'm probably going to suffer the ramifications a little bit of that this week. However, on a normal week, I probably ship 80 items, I would say, a week. I usually do about 20 items on Monday, Wednesday, Friday is about standard for me. But I think I'm going to be in for not a very pleasant surprise this week, unfortunately. I'm going to really just list hard and heavy this week to try to make up for that. So, I mean, if you're sick, you're sick. It is what it is. So, okay, let's go over to Depop. So just 2 on Poshmark there. And then let's see what we got on Depop. Looks like we got some over there. Okay, so our first thing over there is a pair of boots. So these are a little pair of Columbias. And I don't know if you guys remember me telling you the story. So I got these at a garage sale in Bremerton, Washington. And they were filthy. I had to clean them. But the woman was so sweet. So she says, what did she say? She said, they were $5. And I was like, well, that's fair. Because I know I could get $30 or whatever for these. And so I was like, okay, $5 is fair. And she goes, I said, would you take 3 or something like that? And she was like, oh, I'll just take $2. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to give you $2 because you just literally undercut yourself. They gave her like $3 and I bought something else. So I think it wanted to be $5. Anyways, she's like, well, are they going to fit you? And I was like, oh yeah, I think so. She goes, do you want to try them on? And I was like, oh no, they're fine. Oh, that's fine. She goes, no, I don't want you to waste your money. And I'm like, oh no, that's fine. I mean, I think they'll fit. They'll be fine. Like, what was I going to say? Like, I'm going to resell them. This one was like so old. I don't think she would even know what I meant. So I was like, no, it's fine. She's like, okay, honey. Well, if you get home and you try those on and they don't fit you, you drive back here and you get your money back right away. I was like, you're so nice. Like, sometimes those older people at those sales are just so sweet. Like the woman from not this weekend, because I didn't go on Saturday. I didn't go garage selling, which was just insane. But from the week before that woman that had like lost her son, and I was getting some of his old stuff, and she was like, I just want you to have it. And like, oh, it was like so sad. And her and I hugged it out like 3 times. And sometimes like, I just try to be business. I'm at the garage sale and this is business. And then someone says something that like is like touches my heart, and I'm just like the emotional part of me is just like feels like so sad for them, and like, oh gosh, guys, why does life have to be tough like that sometimes? So you try to be like what would my mom always say, like when I had an attitude, she'd always go, oh, it's hard-hearted Hannah, the queen of Savannah. And I'd be like, I'm not hard-hearted Hannah. She'd be like, yes, you are. She's like, you sound mean right now. And I'd be like, I'm not mean. When I was like a nightmare teenager. Oh my gosh, you guys did not want me as a teenager. I repeat, you did not want me as a teenager. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! She was a handful. She got really good grades so that she wouldn't get hassled by mom. And then she decided she didn't like the rules of the house, so she moved out at like 15. So I was woo-wee. I was a something. Oh my goodness. Dog booty with the heart. Dog booty with the heart alert. That's super cute. So anyway, was anybody else like, were you guys naughty teenagers or were you good teenagers? I'm curious. They may have had some deer meat in those burgers. Oh, they may have, Linz. That's funny. Were you? I'm curious. Where's our good teenagers and where's our naughty puppies? My son was good. I mean, he did have a little bit of a time. Like there was an era when he was like 14 where I basically wanted to just sit him outside. And I was like, you live outside now. You get to have another family come take care of you. Game over it. Of course, that lasted 2 minutes because I'm a sucker and he came right back in. But I was definitely a naughty puppy. A nurse says naughty, moved out at 18. You made it to 18 though. That's good. My mom ruled with an iron fist, literally, says Sarah. Woo! My mom wanted to, but she didn't. And I was just like, I've always been a very incredibly independent soul. I mean, I kind of helped my mom raise my brother in a way because my mom was a single mom. And so like I did a lot of like the cleaning and the taking care of my brother and stuff. My mom also was a foster parent, so we had a lot of kids in and out. So I helped like take care and raise those kids and stuff. So I think I kind of got old quick because I was in charge of so much stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just was like an old soul. I mean, I started working at 12, always worked, like bought my own stuff because my mom didn't have any money. And so I think I just kind of got old quick. I don't know if that makes any sense, but no one else wants to admit if they were a naughty puppy or a good girl or good boy. I'll admit it, man. I was definitely a naughty puppy. I was doing anything and everything I shouldn't be doing. So henceforth, the moving out at 15. Yep. Oh, was this 2 items? Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, just a second, guys. Whoa, my mouse is freaking out. We're freaking out, man. Whoa, what is happening? Let's see. Was this 2? Oh, it was 2. Whoops. Okay. We got to repackage that one. So we got I didn't realize that they had bought 2 items here. I did not notice that. I was chit-chatting. All right, we'll just go like this, and then I can use this bag again at another time. We're going to use a bigger bag. Yeah, so that was me. I was definitely the naughty puppy crew, that's for sure. Lynn says, way naughty. God says, I was naughty, kind of independent. I skip school, watch PBS. That's funny. that cracks me up. I'm like, that's it. I'm not going to school. I'm staying home and I'm watching educational stuff and I'm learning about education. Rebel girl. Yep, tenacious, you and me. You and me. We were the rebels, huh? We're as Flogging Molly would say, rebels of the sacred heart. Hey, Jackie, good to see ya. All right, we're getting this stuff all bundled up here. I think it might be, you know what I think I'm going to do on these? So when you're shipping and packaging, this is just a little tip. It's better, instead of going skinny and long, to go more square, because if you go more square, you're going to be able to get a better deal for shipping. So what I will do, and this is like actually a really good example of this, because it's just going to be too lengthy. Oh, hi. Did you want to say hello to everyone? Oh, everybody, Jack wanted to say hello. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, baby. What are you doing? Are you on camera? Say hello. Say hi, everybody. Okay, gotta go play. Mom's got a lint roll. Lint roll for the dog. Lint roll for the dog. We don't want any hairs on anybody. All right. I know I'm probably just being paranoid, but I do it anyways. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Oh, are you trying to give me a burp? Is that what's going on? Where's Mama's burp? Where is it? I'm trying to find my, where is my saran wrap? Oh, there it is. I cleaned up my room on Thursday, and now because I did that, I can't find anything. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I mean by this. So rather than, oh, thank you guys. So rather than putting these together like this and having my length be super long, you want to stack them like this, because then it's going to be more of a cubic square and you will save a ton of money. So here's what I do. I've got my boots packaged up so that they don't hurt each other, right? Then I always take and tape down the two sides like this. Then I'm going to take my saran wrap, and you're going to see how small I can get this because of this. So this is a little puffer vest, a Free Country. I got it for $1, sold for $20. Sorry for the squeaking, guys. So I'm going to wrap around, then I'm going to flip, and then I'm going to wrap the other way. Then once I cut this, watch what will happen. I'm going to take this here. I'm going to push down and kind of squeeze these together, get all the air out. Take a piece of tape. Take a piece of tape. This is all why this is hugged. And you can do this with like a thing too, but I'm just using the tape that's here. Piece of tape. And you tape down the four. You got to make sure you tape down the four edges. Otherwise, this will just pop back up. It like reinforces it. And look at how much smaller of a package that's going to be now. That is going to save me probably $6 in shipping at least, if not more. So we're going to get it in a bag. Do I have a, let's see. I like to try to reuse my Smile Store bags as much as I can. Yeah, I don't think I have one that's going to fit. We'll just use one of our big guys here. So these are the 24 by 24s. And I don't buy a whole lot of these. I just buy like a small amount because I don't use them very often. But they are good for these kind of things. So I just don't think I can fit it in that other bag without it being a pain in the tuchus. So we're going to cut this one a little bit here. Little zip. It's interesting too, because I buy these in the 24 by 24, but I hardly ever actually use the 24. I usually wind up cutting it, but they just won't fit. This kind of stuff won't fit in any bag that's smaller than that. So yeah, so you just take it, put it, squeeze it down with the saran wrap. You can either buy like the stuff I get that from the Smile Store, the old Linkadrinkers and the BioWe. So I either use that or you could just use saran wrap from your cupboard. I mean, that's what I used at the beginning before I had the money to, you know, buy and invest in the other stuff. So, and then I'm going to cut off as much as I can of this just so it's not like super crazy bulky. Sometimes you would think like, oh, I should just leave all that bag. It doesn't weigh that much. It's not so much about the bag. It's about all the extra material. It's more likely to get caught like in the conveyor belt and stuff like that. If you have tons of bulk and edges and stuff like that, just be cognizant of that because it can happen. You can end up with so much packing material that it gets like snagged and caught. And when that happens, the item will open. You'll either lose the item, or you'll get like your item has been destroyed kind of thing. So let's take a look. How does that feel? I think we need one more there. So this is going to be a free shipping item because it's sold over on Depop. So I do free shipping for bundles. Now, I totally advise doing that. However, I advise doing it if you adjust your pricing. So make sure that the price that you're charging for items before you do discounts or deals or however it is that you do it, make sure your items prices are high enough that should someone buy a bundle and you're paying for shipping, that you're not eating into any of your profits. So for instance, these boots sold for $24, the jacket sold for $20. So that's a total of $44.62. Excuse me, $44.62. I'm going to break this down for you. My payment fee is $1.92, meaning that's what Depop takes, for a total of $42.70 is what I'm getting. Now, I only paid $2 for these items. So I can afford to offer free shipping for my stuff because I'm making sure that I'm never going to dip into my profits. But if you're getting stuff from the thrift store or you're getting stuff like from Goodwill or however it is you're buying it, just make sure that your price of what you're paying, your cost of goods and what you're going to sell it for, make sure your ROI, which is your basically how much you're getting back, make sure how much you're getting back is going to be enough to cover should someone get free shipping. I hope that makes sense. All right, so we're going to copy our address. We're going to go over to Pirate Ship, and I'm going to give you guys an idea too of what this would have been had I not shipped it this way. So this is going to let's see, MA is Massachusetts or Maine? Massachusetts? I think that's Massachusetts. So this is going literally to as far as basically it can from me. So it's going to be pricey. So that's why I'm glad that I've had stuff. So we're going to do our length here. And this is rigid packaging. You cannot claim this to be a poly bag because it can't move. So we've got, let's see, what do we got here? 12 by 9 by, we better call that 9 or 8. 12 by 9, 12 by 9 by 9. Okay, so we're going to do 12 by 9 by 9. 12 by 9 by 9 by 12. And we're going to see what this is. And then our weight on this is, oh, gotta tear that. Okay. And our weight is, it's literally 3 pounds. I was hoping to keep it under 2. So 3 pounds even. And let's get the rates for this. So our rates on this are going to be, it's probably going to be like $9.50, $9.89. So $9.89 for this. Had I kept this the lengthwise, let's go back. I'm going to print this out and then we're going to do another one just as an experiment. And so I'm paying basically $10 for shipping. So I am still, even after everything, making, let's see, 44, let's see, 34, $2 for the item, or no, $4 for the items. So about $30 in profit, somewhere right in there. Not bad. Okay, so let's copy this to the clipboard. We're going to print this out, and then we're going to just do a little experiment to show you what the difference is. Okay, so had I, let me put this into Depop really quick before I forget. And mark as shipped. Let's put this as USPS or UPS, excuse me. So let's do our experiment. Now we're going to go ahead and go to rates. And we are going to ship to, what was the zip code on that? 01824. 01824. 01824. Okay, and then we'll do our length, which is if it had been long ways, it would have been 21. So 21 by 9 by probably 5. So our shipping would have been, let's see. So it was $9.89 the other way. This way would have been $10.34. No, I'm sorry, $10.87. $10.87 for the exact same shipping method. So just by making this a square and not making it long, you're going to save money every single time. All right, let's go back over here. And this is going to go into our UPS bag, which is this one. All right, boots and a vest going out. Oh, Thumbelina Jen, hello. Will, hi from Ohio. So cutting down the bag saves on shipping. Yeah, so Tenacious, making it smaller and more cubic. The more cubic you can make something, the more you're going to save money, because then you can quite often end up on like the Ground Advantage cubic metric, or you're going to end up in UPS SurePost. So if you could square stuff up, it's always going to be better than long. And then also, if you have all of these extra items on, this stuff not only weighs amounts, but also if you've got stuff sticking out, the likelihood of it getting caught in conveyor belts is really good. There's a reason why the Smile Store uses bags that are a little bit more like sturdy and like that stay square because they're not as flimsy as like the ones that we use. Now, the ones that we use them because if we had to buy ones that were this millimeter in weight, it would cost all of us a fortune. These are just really expensive bags. But that's one of the reasons that companies will use those thicker ones is because they're less likely to get caught like on the Smile Store's conveyor belts, and it's less likely to get crumpled or torn open. So that's why they use them. But the millimeters on those are larger, and they just wind up costing you like 7 cents more a bag. Shipping cost is crazy. I charge shipping on everything. Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, I can't imagine not charging shipping. Like half of our profit, shipping covers my cost of my products every single time. Nice tip. I try to thrift items that can fit in a 12 by 12 by 8 or smaller. Yeah, I mean, if you can get in that 12 range, you're great. Anything over 23 inches is where you really start getting eaten. So, if you're a newer reseller, pick one of these up at the dollar store or whatever and just carry one with you. If you're looking at an item and it goes over 23 inches, that is like your stopping point. The larger it gets, you're just going to have to factor the shipping's going to be more than that. So let's say that something weighs 2 pounds, 3 ounces, but it's 23 inches long, and anything over that 23 mark, it starts to go up, and it goes up from 12. I think it's like, I could be wrong on this. Maybe you guys know. I think it's like 12, 16, 21, and 23. Those are like the stopping points where things start to like get more expensive for shipping, because it changes it from being like a ground freight price to being like an actual individual item. And they just don't ship as many. Every company wants to try to get their stuff square if they can. So I hope that made sense. All right, moving right along. Next thing we've got here is end of the summer. Happy this sold. Can't believe it sold. This is an old pickup. This was in one of our boxes out there, guys, of our garage hoard box. Oh, look at my hair. Look at that. That's hilarious. It's in one of our garage hoard boxes, meaning I got this last summer. This is not something I would normally pick up. JH Bass. Just remember it by going like this and putting your finger over the B. That's basically what this brand is. It's real low level. You're not going to make much money off of it. I mean, I probably paid $1 for it, so it's fine. Sold over on Depop for $8. Thankfully, got it out of the inventory. And it's staying here in Texas, so it is going to not cost me a ton. So my little guy said he loves your hair. Oh, thank you very much. We need to redo it, guys. It's getting faded. I got to figure out what I want to do. I want to do something fun. I don't know. I've been kind of thinking something along these lines would be kind of cool. Kind of like the zombie Halloween look I've been thinking, maybe. Wink, wink. All right. So this is going to Diego. This is going 14 minutes from my house. So that's funny. We're going to go over to Pirate Ship, put this in. This is going to be like nothing to ship this, which is awesome because we already aren't making a ton of money on this. All right, let's get this in a little bag here and a little sticker. Let's see, what do we got? Nice old sunflower, super cute, and go. Kelly Green is in. It is. I have noticed that green is definitely in. Letty, you didn't realize you're in Texas? Yeah, I'm south of Austin. I don't know where you're at, but I am south of Austin. Okay, so we've got Pirate Ship open here, and let's take a look. We're going to make this. So same thing with these guys. Make these as small as you can. The smaller that you can get these, if you can get these by like 8 by 8 by 1, is really kind of where you want to be if you can. So this is going to be 8 by 8 and 0.8, which is pretty standard for a shirt. I always remember shirts like this. I always do 8, 8, 8, meaning it's probably going to be 8 ounces. Its length and its width is going to be 8. Now, if I go into a extra large, then I know I'm going to hit 9 ounces. So I'm going to always do 9 ounces for stuff, especially like on Mercari and stuff like that, if they want you to rate your sizing or whatnot. I got to look into that Mercari doing your own labels thing because I didn't realize you could do that. All right, get the rates on this one. This is probably going to be like $4.32 or something ridiculously low. Yeah, $4.27. So they paid, let me take a look here by the label and we'll see what they paid. Let's get this printed out. Oh, south of Houston. Okay. Oh, Letty, you're in like the dangerous. You start seeing hurricane stuff and you're probably like, "Arr." Man, I remember driving through Houston a few years ago, right after the big hurricane. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like driving by and seeing a gas station underwater is like, because we were driving like over a bridge and like looking down, there was like gas stations like literally under the water. Cars completely underwater. I mean, it was just the devastation, man. Mother Nature is not kind with those, huh? So crazy. All right, getting this in here, and this is going UPS as well. And in the bag. Okay, so let's take a look and see what he paid. So we paid $1 for this at a garage sale. And he paid $8 plus he paid $5.99 shipping. So after all of the fees and everything, it was $11.92 minus 4, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So we made about $6.50 on this. Nothing crazy, but like I said, I'm just happy to have it out of my inventory. It's not something I would pick up now. I would even pass at a garage sale for $1. I would pass on this now because it's just not worth my time to go through all this and the listing and all that for a $6 profit. To me, that doesn't make any sense to me. However, when I was first going to garage sales, I was like, fishing shirts. People told me to pick up fishing shirts. So I would pick them up. So I'm just happy that we didn't lose any money. But like I said, it's not something that I would pick up now. I just remember that. I try to remember brands by like little things. Like I always remember like Viore is a dory. Like, that's a good one. Sitka is sick. And like, I think of like those kind of little things to remember. So bass is like, and that's how I remembered it. So we all have our little ways of remembering things, right? All right, let's see. What else do we have? Anything else here? Yep, we got a pair of jeans. So this is a pair of, these look like Torrids. Are these Torrids? Yeah. So a little pair of Torrids. I pretty much always pick up Torrid only because I'm getting it for like $1 at a garage sale. They're never huge money ones, but they always seem to sell for me. I don't have any issues ever with Torrid selling. It doesn't sit in my store very long. So I got these for $1. Let's take a look here and see what our total profit is on these. They sold for, I think, 10. So $9. I mean, is it great? No, but it's okay. It's an okay one. These Torrids ones, I got other Torrid along with these that I will make more off of. In fact, I think we sold the pair of red shorts. I think those went for like 19 or something. These are just a really basic pair of Torrid jeans, so they didn't sell for quite as much. With these kind of things, I always hope that someone's going to buy multiple ones. And normally I'll message them. So normally I would have messaged this person and said, thank you so much for your order. Hey, I've got a couple other Torrid items in my closet that are the same size. If you're interested in getting them, let me know, or you can order them, get free shipping, get a few more things out. However, I missed it because it sold, while I was not feeling well. So nobody got any messages. Nobody got nothing. We got a lot of catching up to do today. That's for sure. Bass is like, what rhymes with it? Fill the $5 bag with Torrid on Saturday. Oh, that's great, Coley. Yeah, so with Torrid stuff, like I said, and this is just a little tip for everybody, I would, if you're setting out offers on it or someone purchases it, make sure you say, hey, I've got some other stuff that's the same size. I've even sold blocks of Torrid shorts before, because normally when I go to a garage sale, I'll get there'll be like 3 pairs of 18W Torrids. They're all like about the same size, or they all measure to the same size. And I'll just bundle those together. With this pair of pants, it was only one pair of pants. The other ones were shorts. So I couldn't do that. And like I said, I didn't get the opportunity to message the person and say that I had other ones because I was not paying attention to anything. So that's the truth. All right, let's get this in here. These are going to C in California, and our weight on these is 1/8. Length is 11 by 6, and 1 tab 8 And we probably charged $8.50 for shipping on these, I would imagine. That's usually my standard shipping. Perfect. So charged $8.50, shipping is $6.99. So about $1.51 on that. The buck pays for the original what do you want to call it? Investment, my cost of goods. And so the rest of it is just all the little depoppy fees, and which aren't much. So we probably made closer to like $10 on these. So a little bread and butter, nothing big. $10 is $10. $10 is great. I'd rather make $10 than $8. So any day. I'm just happy that that fishing shirt sold for $8. Honestly, it was going to go in the pile of like take it to a thrift store situation, but I listed it anyways and it paid off. Okay, let's see. Is that it? Oh, no, we got one more thing here. All right, let's take a look here. And let's get this marked over into Depop. Mark as shipped. All right, did I miss anything, guys? Hey, April, good to see ya. Okay, got UPS and mark item as shipped. Okay, now we got something that sold over on WN, which is always so funny to me when that happens because I haven't listed anything over here in a while. And so basically everything that is in here is stuff that because at the beginning I was putting everything in WN, but I just wasn't selling anything over there because I don't do shows. And so I felt like I was wasting time. So every once in a while I sell something over there, but just not very often. So this is a really cool shirt. Actually, it's a Champion shirt. It's got an all over Champion print all over it. Really, really cool. Kind of rare, not very easy to find. I got this for $1 at a garage sale as usual. And it sold for $31 over on WN. So that was a nice little surprise. I thought for sure that this one would sell. This is another one I thought would sell on Brailled, just because of the kind of the rareness of it, the eliteness of it. If it had been a vintage Champion, that probably would have been more likely. But all right. And then we've got cool little sticker, little surfboard, and we'll pop this in there. And let's see, I always forget, is it priority? I can never remember. That tells you how long I literally, or how often I actually do this. Yeah, it's priority deal. So we'll put it in one of these puppies. Save ourselves that. That tells you how many things I've sold over there. I literally can never even remember what you use over there. So, all right, we're going to put that here. We're going to put this here. And this is going to Jason in Wisconsin. And we'll print this here and print. Perfect. And then I think that is going to be us for today. Let's take a look here. The shipping room's looking pretty trashed, which always pretty much tells me that it must be towards the end of shipping for the day. All right, so let's go on priority. Man, I always wish these labels would stick better to these Tyveks. I always stress out that they're going to come off. And you can't put tape over thermal printer labels or it lifts the ink off, which it's not technically ink, but it takes off the thermal burnness that it does. All right, so how many do we wind up selling today? Oh man, I got label things everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So not bad, not our normal 20 I'd want, but not bad considering I didn't list at all this weekend. So, okay. All right, let's make sure we don't have any offers out on anything. I always like to look last minute because you just never know. And no, I don't see anything. All right, you guys, I am out of here. So I will not be back on again today for sure. I have so much catching up to do. I need to take some pictures and stuff, but I just need to hammer some stuff out today because I feel like I am 100% out of the algorithms, and I don't want to be living there. So I'm going to be busting booty doing that. I will be back on tomorrow, though. We'll go ahead and do some photos and stuff together tomorrow as well. So I hope you guys have an amazing, awesome day. Tenacious wants to know, when you do eBay, do you do auctions or set a price? I don't ever do auctions. So the reason I don't do, oh, thanks, Kaylee. I saw your message on the Tubies. I don't do auctions because in my experience, the auctions I've done, people haven't paid. So I literally did an auction for a Burberry bag 3 times. They didn't pay. I've done auctions for like my mom's decor. Like when I was first doing this, I was basically doing a lot of her old decorations. So I was trying to do auctions on that stuff. And every single thing that won, no one ever paid. So I don't do them anymore, just based on that alone. So yeah, you guys have a great rest of the day as well. All right. Take care, you guys. Have an amazing day. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. And truly, thank you for all the messages that you guys sent me. I really do appreciate it. I am feeling much better, so I'm happy to be Charity again and not a girl laying in a bed with temperature. All right, you guys, have an awesome day. Peace. And thanks so much for joining us on the Tubies and Tubies. Make sure you guys like it and subscribe and all that good stuff if you want to hang out again. All right, bye, guys.